stogies I have found. Short but not too big around. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road. Well, that's the story of the journey. So everybody wants to know the cause of the journey from Salisbury to California back in May of 1978. Personal trials and tribulations caused this unplanned trip from Salisbury to Long Beach. After a divorce from a marriage in January, I talked to a friend of mine who had a house in Long Beach, who got out of the Navy. He said, "Come on out to California, man. We'll party, man. Get some girls at the park. And we can throw frisbee and get high and have a good old time, and I'll put you up, man, and we'll have a good time. Come on out to California." Got a divorce in January. Had to travel. Had to go ahead and find other adventures and outside of Salisbury. Doing a lot of drugs, a little bit of weed, a little bit of downers at the time. And a friend of mine who I eventually moved in with said, "Go ahead and come on, man, let's party." And something I'm not really proud of. I hurt my parents a lot at the time, but it was something I had to go through. And I did. Like I say, I'm not proud of it. But I had to go to California. Spend my days with a woman unkind. Smoked my stuff and drank all my wine. The dude said, "Hey, Dad," he said, "you go ahead and write some checks, man, and we'll party out. And then I'll bring your stuff out to you in California, man. I'll get the address, you let me know, and I'll go out there and I'll bring you stuff, man, and we can have a good old time." Listen to the bad advice. I said, "What the hell?" Wrote some checks on a Friday, through a Saturday, through a Sunday. By the time Monday rolled around, a couple phone calls came around. "Hey, man, this check bounced. To give us some money. So, gotta go to California." Give me a ride to Cambridge. Noon Monday. About 2 weeks before Memorial Day of 1978. First ride was a gay guy and a white rabbit. Big dude. Boy, that man was big. He could fill up that seat in that front seat of that car. We took a ride. I said, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm heading west. Head on down to California." I said, "Man, that's pretty cool." I said, "How do you feel about faggots?" I said, "Not with my hands." "You let me out right here, buddy, because I don't mess with that kind of bullshit." "Oh, that's okay, man. I'm not going to do nothing, man. I just want to give you a ride. I'm out for a ride. Come on, let's talk, man. Let's talk." This dude was big. He was large. Good God. I said, "Man," I said, "you're so big." I said, for a big fat dude, you don't sweat much. That was pretty good of a compliment I thought I'd give that guy. I said, "Where were we going on?" I said, "Give me Robert Bay Bridge." "What the hell?" I said, "Come on." I said, "Alright," so I rode with him. Every time he shifted those gears, I had my shorts on, he hit my knees. Said, "Oh!" Say, "Oh, baby, keep your hands to yourself, you old gay guy, motherfucker." So we kept on rolling. He said, "Well, I'll take, come on." We got outside Frederick, Maryland, going I-80, hit west, saw the map, said 80. Boom, right across the highway. I had my heavy-duty jacket, my boots, my knapsack, my heavy-duty coat. Had 2 pair of jeans, 2 pair of shorts, 2 pair of underwear, 2 pair of shoes, and $22. $5 stuck to my side. So they can beat my ass, and I stuck up my $5. Anybody jump my ass. You may be high, you may be low, you gotta be somewhere, you never know. But when the law was gonna get me, I had to move. I had to move, and there I was on the road in Michigan City, Indiana. Had 2 days without getting high. I said, "Man, I gotta party. I gotta meet some people. I gotta get stoned, man." So dude pulls up off the I-80 interstate off of Michigan City, Indiana. Beat up Mach 1. "Hey man, what are you doing, man? You hitchhiking? Where you going?" I said, "I'm going to California." I said, "Yeah, man, well, come on, I got some weed back in the house. If you want to come party with me, man, I got a half pound of weed I just got. I sell a little weed, man, some good shit. And if you want to ride me off the freeway here in about 5 miles and shit, I'll bring you back in a couple hours. I got a big old lady, you see, got nice guys, stuff. I want to get some gas and everything. Come on, man, you got to hang." I said, "Oh, hey, sure, man, I'll get high, would you?" So he pulls into a gas station. 1978 was the time of gas lines, and he's blocked in at pump. Car in front of him, car behind him. And I wanted to go inside and it has cotton out, so get soda. I'm checking the map to make sure I know where I was. He's getting off at the next exit. And I wasn't away from that car, but less than 2 or 3 minutes. And I kind of kept trying to look for the car. When I come out, he's gone. Ripped me off of everything I had in my name at the time. I went, wow. I'm standing there with a t-shirt, pair of shorts, shoes, $5 stuck in my sock. I said, "What the hell am I going to do now?" And I said, "Well, man." So here come about 5 bikers pulled over on motorcycles, and they go, "I'm just trying to smoke some lightning. Heavy metal thunder. I was racing with the wind, and the feeling that I was under, yeah, I was hanging with the bikers at the time. They said, I was going to California, man. Well, you want to get high?" I said, "Ooh, that's what got me in this situation in the first place on the road." Said, "What the hell, let's party." Took it back to the house, man, and they pulled out the weed, and we smoked a little bit, and they made some cheeseburgers, and we partied for a couple hours, and so, man, took everything I owned, man. This guy ripped me off. I had no jacket on, had nothing, man, and I got to get to California. Dude pulls out a knapsack, a couple old jackets, pair of pants, an old pair of tennis shoes. Said, "Here you go, man. This is all I got, but you can have it." And I was just so thankful. I said, "Man," I said, "I can't believe this guy's doing this for me." Some long-haired biker dude. And gave me 5 joints, rolled them up off these big old bomber joints, and said, "Here you go, dude. Don't get busted." Took me back to the highway, and there I was. A little word to the wise: when you're hitchhiking, walking down that road, don't pick up rocks and put them in your duffel bag. By the time you get where you're going, that load is heavy. Walked out, that's a cool looking rock. And there I was, carrying this bag of rocks down the road. Nice sharp looking rocks, man. Pretty shiny rocks. Ooh, that's a weird shape. Yeah, man. Cool looking rock, man. I like that rock. I'm going to do something with this rock. I'm going to carry this son of a bitch. So I was rocking on down the road. One of the many stories, truckers pick me up. People pick me up riding long rides. What really scared you when you're hitchhiking is when you want to talk to somebody. You figure somebody riding a couple 100 miles want to talk to somebody. You get in a car and they don't say nothing. That is scary. I mean, you know, some people are salesmen, and you're talking your bullshit. "I'm in Salisbury, Maryland. I'm going to California." And they pick you up. You get in. You go, "How you doing?" You go, "How you doing?" "Where you going?" "Going California." "Oh, okay." And they sit there for about an hour without saying anything, and you're going like, what is this dude's trip? He's not talking about nothing, and it's really scary. What's he gonna do? Pull out a knife and stab me in the face? I don't freaking know. But it's scary as hell. I'd be talking to somebody, at least, you know, they seem halfway normal. And there I was in Denver. And as you come, I think it's through 25 in Denver, it's a dual highway with a culvert in the middle, and you look to the right, and there's Mile High Stadium. And I wasn't very high at the time, but I wish I was. And it is colder than a well digger's ass in January. It was cold. And I'm looking down. I see the moon coming up. I look down at this culvert, and there's smoke coming up. Uh-oh. There's smoke. Looks like a truck. I look at the back of this truck. This truck is running. There's bushes all around it. And this pickup truck is running, and the engine's running. And I look down, and I'm getting about 50 feet away from the truck. And I said, man, maybe this guy give me a ride. All of a sudden, it got scary. The driver's side door was open, and the bushes in front of the truck, I hear a little bit of rumbling and rustling. Well, it's got to be one of three things. Guy's taking a piss, he's killing somebody in the bushes, or he's getting some booty in the bushes. But then again, I said, I don't want to know if I want to disturb this dude. Whatever he's doing, he might be a little ticked off I'm disturbing, and if he's killing somebody, he might be a little irritated that I interrupted his murder. So I said, what am I going to do here? I was so cold. I was so tempted to jump in that truck and just steal that truck and take off until it ran out of gas. But what did I do? I said, to hell with it. I turned around and walked away. Might be the safest thing, because if you get pulled in that truck, it's GTA. And it's, here I am, got my thumb out alongside the road. And this old Jeep come by real slow, doing about 30 miles an hour. Chugging it, chugging it, chugging it, smoke comes out of the back of it. I'm going like, man. I said, I don't know if I want to ride in that thing or not, man. Had a window busted out in this Jeep. I said, oh, well, he passed me on by. And right behind him, about not even a half a mile, this old man, this old Falcon station wagon, old Mexican dude. I hadn't met too many Mexicans. Spanish Americans, whatever you call them. I got in, I'll never forget, I got in this truck, with this old Falcon station wagon. The window was busted out on the passenger side, and what's he do? Pull right behind the Jeep, doing 30 miles an hour, going straight up this mountain. And I said, man, I don't know how both these vehicles can make it up this mountain here. The incline's getting worse and worse. I said, you're following this guy? I said, yeah, man. Dude, we just got this truck, man. We got this Jeep. We're going to fix it up. We're going down. We got to get back to my house, fix it up. And it was so cold with that wind blowing through there. I said, can you drive? I said, yeah, I can drive. He said, well, I'm tired. I've been driving all night. You drive. So I'm driving this Falcon station wagon. I got a good buzz on, and that wind's just blowing in my face, going like, if I'm going about 35 miles an hour, going like, God, at least we could go faster. We could get out of here and get to where we're going. It's so cold. And we're behind this Jeep with the smoke pouring in over through the windshield, and the smoke's coming in. I'm trying to stick my head in the windshield. It's cold, and smoke's everywhere. And the smoke gushing out of the Jeep in front of us. And going west out of Denver, you got Boulder, Colorado, and they had the painted mountains. I'll never forget it, but it's the painted color, natural coloring of the mountains. And I'm going like, and he had he said, you want a beer? I said, yeah, what the hell? And hands me a Olympia beer, which is they only make it in Olympia, Washington. And I went, boy, this tastes pretty bad. It was kind of warm, but it tasted good because it was wet. And I'm looking, I'm still kind of buzzing off this joint and going like, whoa, man, look at the colors in that mountain, man. That's pretty cool. That's amazing. And this guy, yeah, I see it every day. I don't give a shit. You know, the guy kind of looked at me and said he didn't give a damn. You know, like, whatever, I see it. I'm tired of that shit. Got through Boulder, Colorado, and I'll never forget through Flagstaff, Arizona. Walked all the way through Flagstaff, Arizona for over 6 hours. Nobody picked me up. Nobody at all for over 6-7 hours. I'd done nothing but walk. And coming out of Flagstaff, there's an incline on a hill in the desert. And very rarely had anybody ever mess with me on the road, like try to run me over or anything. But there I was standing on the side of the road, thumb out, and this guy in a like a Barracuda or something swerved intentionally to try to run me off and hit me on the road, and I dove out of the way. And there, I said, man, I was ticked. I said, man, next thing I do, I picked up a rock and said, I'm going to walk like this, and if somebody tries to do it again, I'm going to turn around and bash him right in the windshield. I was really pissed, because that guy almost ran me over, actually hurt me. So now I got my thumb out here, and a rock in his hand, and I'm walking. Man, I was really pissed. Somebody does it again, I'm going to bust him. I didn't take this shit. And of course, what the hell could I do? I'd probably get run over anyhow. And the very next road, the very next guy pulled over. Hey, you want to ride? Big, beautiful white Cadillac pulls over with 2 gay guys in the front. Whoa, I mean, this is a brand new spanking Cadillac. These guys are in the silk shirts. You could tell they were totally effeminate. They were gay. Well, come on, we'll give you a ride. I said, no, that's all right. That's okay, I'm all right. And in the back, there was this Indian. He was definitely an Indian. He's sitting in the back seat. It's okay, man. Get in, dude. Come on, come on. I said, no, that's all right. I said, it's okay, man. I'm riding. I'm hitchhiking too. Come on. So I hop in the back seat, And they couldn't care less about us. These two gay guys were talking. Blah, 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 blah. I think you're a bitch. You're a bitch. And they're arguing, talking all this shit. And I'm sitting talking to this Indian. I'm saying, what are you doing riding with these faggots in the front? He said, they're definitely gay. They're faggot. Man, I don't know. They picked me up about 30 miles down the road. I'm going home to the reservation. It's about another 20 miles up the road or so, man. I said, where you going? I said, I'm going to California. And I'm heading to Long Beach. He goes, man, you are? I mean, you got to party with us, man. Come on, man. It's Thursday night, man. The silver mine gets out. And we all party. We all get drunk. We get stoned, man. Come on, dude. You got to party with us. I said, well, I don't know. I'm trying to get to California, but I had no agenda. I didn't give a shit. I had to meet somebody and smoke some weed, man. I was all out. I think I had one joint left that guy gave me. And so the Indian says, okay, man. I said, so the sun went down. And he said, okay. And the Indian reached over and said, let's out right here, guys. Are you okay? I said, yeah, right here. I said, well, okay. Well, thanks for the ride. Okay, no problem. See you later. And it was dark. And he left us out the road, and we're in the middle of the desert. I said, where the hell do you live? On the side of the road, in the total darkness. And the Indian dude said, over there, man, about half a mile. I said, yeah, man, that's my tribe, New Laguna Indians. I said, yeah, I'm a New Laguna Indian. New Laguna, that's kind of freaky. I said, come on, man, let's go. And we're in where? He pointed that way, and I followed this dude. We walked for about good half a mile, almost a mile, trudging. I see the lights getting bigger, the houses of his old reservation, old barbed wire that was all sand and rusted barbed wire stuff in his old reservation. And at the time, actually, I started feeling really bad. I started getting a real bad cough. I only had about possibly 6 hours of sleep in about 3 days. I was really getting really tired. And I kept telling this Indian guy, I said, man, I got to rest. I've not had a lot of sleep. So, well, it's okay, man. You lay down in my bedroom in my house. So we go in the house, and I'd never had a burrito before. And the Indian gave me a burrito and a soda, and I laid down on his bed for about an hour and got a little sleep. He said, well, come on, man, you're going to party this night, aren't you? I said, yeah, okay, I'll party. Man, I was feeling kind of bad, kind of tired. The Indians drugged me around everywhere, all around this reservation, all around the back of pickup trucks, and they went to these different bonfires, and they were smoking dope and drinking firewater. And they were getting blowed away. I mean, Indians are firewater, they go, I mean, there's a wild party in Indians. So there it was, about 7 o'clock in the morning, the sun was up, and it was about 110 degrees. In the shade, and there wasn't no shade. It was hotter than bullshit. Hot? How hot was it? Pretty damn hot. Walking across to the highway, got about halfway across here, had no hat. I mean, I'm burning up, carried my bag of rocks. I got about halfway to the highway, the distance from the reservation. This guy said, hey, man, what are you doing? Hey, bro. Come on back here, come on. So he runs up and says, no, man, I gotta go. Oh, come on, man, come on, it's hot out here, I'll give you a soda. Some different guy. So when the guy gave me that RC Cola, I thought of my dad. And he had this hat, and he put this hat on my head. And at the time, I had an eagle feather up here with Indian trappings. And I had mentioned the hat, and I put it on my hat at the time. I said, man, it's a nice hat, I can use this hat, it's burning up out there. Man, this is a genuine Indian hat, man. This is a genuine eagle feather. It had beads on the side. I said, I know, man. This is a real pretty. I just paid $30 for this hat, and I fixed it up. I can't give you this hat. I said, man, I know, man. I just bullshit. He said, man, that's a beautiful hat. So I got talking to this dude and stuff, and we talked for about 15, 20 minutes or so. And I said, where are you going to California, man? And before I left, he put this hat on my head. Said, man, I can't take this hat. I said, this is too much of a gift. I can't take it. He said, man, this is a good luck charm. An Indian gives you a gift, you got to keep it. It had a beautiful eagle feather on the side. And I've had this hat for over 30 years. And this is my good luck charm. I wore this hat all through for at least the next year or so in California. This is one of my good luck charms from a New Laguna Indian. 3 or 4 in the morning the next day after I got through California, through Needles, and this guy picked me up, and he starts driving real fast, doing about 70, 80 miles. I'm going like, whoa, this guy's cruising right along here. We'll be to California real soon. Oh, Long Beach, here I come. I said, is there a reason you're driving real fast, dude? Well, my dad, he has this car, used car auction on, and I got to get it in here over in outside Anaheim, and that's why I'm driving real fast. I'm thinking, well, he's either telling the truth, or this is a stolen car. And I was a little bit scared, but what the hell, we're going real fast. I said, I get to California faster this way. And I saw this guy right before Riverside. I said, hey, pick him up. Another hitchhiker. He slams, almost turns the car sideways. And this guy gets in named Dave Mullinax. Well, I live in Long Beach, man. That's where you're going. Cool, man, cool. And we got talking and stuff. He'd been hitching all around the country himself. He's about my age. Dave Mullinax, I'll never forget his name. But it got to Saturday night, and I had the address in my pocket of Andre at Big John's and Belmont Shore in Long Beach. So Saturday evening, and we got in Long Beach, and Dave got off and went a little farther north in North Long Beach. And I had the address, and I asked around where it was, and someone told me. And it was Saturday afternoon, less than 5 days later. There I was, walked into Big John's Pizza Parlor where Andre Blades worked. This guy who I was going to see said he'd put me up and party on. Andre goes, Jerry, Dad, what are you doing here? Hey, man, you said I could come party with you, man. As long as I get here, man, we'll go to the park and get high and throw frisbee and have a good old time. You didn't tell me you were coming, Jerry. Ooh, that sounded ominous. Oh, boy. What do you mean? Oh, that's okay, man. Hey, you want a piece of pizza? You hungry? He said, man, I'm starved. He worked at his pizza party. Gave me a couple pieces of pizza. Well, I ate some pizza, walked out and put my feet in the Pacific Ocean. And about 6 o'clock Saturday night after leaving Salisbury on Monday at noon. Okay, yeah, man, it's cool, man. And never forget the first joint I smoked in California. Andre had some stuff and he rolled it up. I took a hit. I said, damn. The back of my head blew off. Is this? Yeah, baby, this is angel dust. This is the real deal. I said, welcome to California. Wah! Party on, dude. Party on. Let's get high. But that was the whole California trip. It was a hell of an experience. Sorry about the circumstances going out there, but that's just the way it was. But I did make it. With many more tales to come, possibly in part 2. And your thoughts begin to wander the way they always do when they're riding 16 hours and there's nothing left to do. Don't feel much like riding, just wish the trip was through. Here I am, on the road again. Here I am, up on the stage. There I go, play the star again. There I go, turn the page. So what do you think I did with them rocks? Took them to a park in Delano Avenue and Long Beach Boulevard. So what I do, baby? I got my rocks off in California. Whatever.